Her upcoming debut album, Picnic at the Cemetery, is out September 18th. I'm thrilled to welcome to the stage the stratospherically successful atmospheric pop artist, Bella Poarch. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Here you are in your like forest fairy finery. How are you doing?
Feeling a little nervous, but it's okay. I have Tooth here. He's my emotional support.
Tooth? Oh my gosh. Is this a forest creature?
He's a character that I created. I made him. He's made out of chopsticks and cotton and a bunch of things.
It's a wonder what you can do with chopsticks. I wanted to talk to you. I mean, first, let's start off by talking about Picnic at the Cemetery. What is the story behind this album? Can you talk to me about how you came up with the name, first of all, and go into the world that you've built with it?
Yeah. So I've had the title stuck in my head for about 4 years now. And the first time I thought about it, I was just... Sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. You were right at home here. I mean, I just want to point out this beautiful, like, mossy terrarium we've created on stage. Or I should say your team has created this on stage.
They're the best.
Your team of fairies.
They're the best. Yeah. So I don't know if any of you know, but like in the Philippines, every November 1st we celebrate All Saints Day or the Day of the Dead. And it's basically like a family gathering, and everyone gathers in the cemetery and have a picnic with everyone, like close relatives, and just spend time and catch up and have a picnic and talk about loved ones that passed away. And I think it's such a beautiful tradition. And back when I was little, it was the cemetery is one of the safest places that I it's my safe space, because every November 1st, I was away from home, and I was away from the abuse and just the chaos. So at the cemetery, I found peace, and I knew that I was safe there.
Because there, it's full of families who are at rest.
Yeah.
They're in a state of peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so when I was thinking about an album title, I didn't even think about Picnic at the Cemetery first, because I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to write, for like the songs and stuff. And the main thing I really want to do with my music is to help people. And I feel like through sharing my emotions and just the things that I went through, I'm just like able to do that with my music, and I feel so lucky and grateful. And so yeah. Sorry.
Woo, yeah, give her a hand.
So first I thought about what kind of songs I want to write, and so I thought about just writing about my experiences and all the traumatic things that I went through in my life. And it was really dark. And so I was like, well, I don't want to make music that just, that just sounds sad. So I started writing songs that are more hopeful, and it actually helped me with healing. And the first year I started writing Picnic at the Cemetery, I actually wrote about 25 songs.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you start writing?
This was 2023, 2022. Yeah, but I scrapped every single one.
Oh my gosh.
2025, I scrapped every single one, and only 2 songs actually remained. And I was contemplating, like, should I just scrap everything? But one song that I just couldn't scrap was Ribcage.
Let's talk about that one, because I feel like, so you started writing this, you think maybe like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago?
3 years ago, yes.
I feel like I was taking notes when I was listening to a few of the songs from the album, and Ribcage is like it's a glowing senior thesis of like gothic pop. Like, you've really owned this dark pop sound, and I think that there are just so many textures in this album that we'll talk about that before I get too nerdy with you. How did you start moving in that direction? Like, how did Ribcage become the song that it did sonically and lyrically?
I just remember the day of my session, I was really depressed, and I came in and I told the producer, I'm like, I am not feeling well today. I don't know what to write. I don't even know if I could write. And he was like, you know what? Why don't you just write how you feel? And at that time, it's hard for me to be kind of honest in sessions with other people, because I'm like not really comfortable being vulnerable around people that I'm not really close with. And so I basically just got out of my comfort zone and shared a bit about like myself. And yeah, that's how Ribcage was created. I talked about just the days that I struggle getting out of bed, but also not falling asleep because I get a lot of nightmares. And yeah.
You create a really like captivating world in that song, though. Like, I love the trip hop electronica influences in your album. It's like it reminds me a lot of like the 90s and like the kind of Manchester English sounds that were coming up when they were making, I think of like a little bit Stone Roses and Enya, but with an edge, with like lots of grit. And I think that's something so characteristic of your
Thank
music.
you. Yeah, I always want to, if like for Ribcage, the song lyrically sounds sad, but sonically I wanted to make it beautiful and hopeful. And I hope that whenever you guys listen to it, that you feel somewhat, just a little bit happier. But yeah.
I was grooving, but I also think that when you, like, once you embrace the darkness in anything, really, when you're not afraid of it, it's like even the darkest music, there's some, if as long as it has a beat, a rhythm, I can dance to it. How involved are you in the production process? I mean, like, there are so many different like cool sounds in your music. There's so many layers to it, and like bells and tambourines and stuff.
Pretty involved, I'd say. For example, Ribcage, the vocal scratches. I have been so obsessed with vocal scratches. And so I'm like, you know what? I've never really done that before, and I think it'd be kind of experimental for me to do that. And so, we added it, and I was like, I love this. It actually kind of makes the song a little bit like less sad.
Yeah.
Cause like I think I sleep too much. Flowers are overgrown under my bed. What? It's like,
yes.
It's like it takes you out of that, and that's what I really love about that song. Cause it's like the lyrics are sad, but it's hopeful.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm grooving to it. So,
Thank you.
another song that that's in the upcoming album is "My Boy," which is like a more fast-paced, very danceable, like dark wave synth pop song called "My Boy."
Hmm.
And how did you build that song?
If I'm being honest, I think that song exists because of my collaboration with Wednesday. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Right.
Yeah.
You were on
So
the soundtrack for the show
yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah, I was, and yeah. So from that, I was like, wait, I really like this genre. It's really cool, and I love the '80s vibe. So
Yes.
yeah, I thought about writing My Boy, and yeah.
What about the story behind that song? What like got you, I don't know, in like Billy Idol mode where you were like, okay, I'm gonna make a really punchy.
I definitely had 4 shots of caffeine when I wrote this song because I was super hyper. And the intro drums, I just remember the producer in the room. He was like, "Oh, let's try this drum," and he ran it through the Euro rack, and that's what the intro sounds like. And
Okay.
I was like, "Yes, let's write to that." And we just wrote the song with drums, basically, just from the drums, and it was really fun. I love writing songs with just the drums. Yeah.
I happen to I feel like so many of my favorite songs start with the drums. I just think, you know, you start with a heartbeat and then you build from there.
Yeah, yeah. The chords can come later, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
It depends. But yeah, so I just remember when I was writing My Boy, like I said, there was so many things going in my mind, but when the melodies came, like my boy, I was like bunnies in my head. I was envisioning me in a band with the bunnies as band members, and
I would love to see that
and
live.
yeah, it was just stuck in my head while we were writing the song, and so that's how the bunny band exists. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the bunny band. I'm sold. How can I join the bunny band?
Well, first you have to be a bunny.
Oh, god damn it. I play a really good tambourine though. I can wear some ears. That sounds sick. I would love to see that. Have you ever been in a band before? I know you played ukulele, but have you ever? I feel like I could see you fronting a punk band.
No, but I grew up singing in singing competitions because I grew up in the Philippines.
Oh,
And
y'all are so serious about singing.
yes.
Were you a karaoke queen? I mean, you
See,
became a competitive queen.
I didn't really grow up like like a typical Filipino in a Filipino household because my parents were they were just like weird.
You were adopted, right?
Yeah. They didn't allow me to learn about my heritage or just like do simple things like karaoke during birthdays, or like any events. So I really got to sing a lot in school, and every chance I got like to go and sing in singing competitions, I went, and I just have to say my brother kept it away from my parents because they would just they would be so mad at me if they knew that I was singing the whole time. And
That made you really tough. I think you had an upbringing that just it made you very, very tougher than most kids should have to be. And your strength really comes through in your music. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. You're making me emotional.
Can you remember the first time you ever performed a song?
Yes.
What did you sing?
I think I was in maybe 6th grade. It was a Beyonce song. It was either It was either Listen or Pretty Hurts.
Okay, I would be crying.
But I lost.
What?
It's the Philippines. It's very competitive. You'd be surprised. Everyone sounds like Beyonce.
That's true. I mean, it's funny. So I actually went to high school in a Navy town in Jacksonville, Florida, and I grew up in a Filipino neighborhood. The first time I sang karaoke, it was my friend's. It was like her dad's birthday, and it was a big Filipino party, and we sang Linkin Park.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was incredible, and I fell in love with karaoke ever since. You know, my family didn't do. I'm Latina, but we didn't do karaoke, but my friends did, and
I love that.
They are so competitive though. They are cutthroat.
Yeah. So like, if you are to go karaoke with Filipinos, I would suggest going first.
Yeah.
I always try to go first because they take the best songs first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's
no, they want to claim the one that's gonna make them stand out in the crowd.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's tough though. I mean, you know what? It prepared you for a pop career though, didn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also I feel like even when my parents were discouraging me from, doing fun things like singing, I'm just so grateful that I have people like my brother that encourage me to just sing.
He was a real one.
Yeah.
He sounds like a real one.
No, he's the best.
He's like, be yourself, go sing. Nobody has to know at home.
Yeah.
But it really, it gave you a safe space to blossom a bit. I was thinking about what were some of the cultural references for you growing up, and like when you were developing your singing voice, what were you listening to that really, really impacted you the most?
So I grew up in the farm, and my parents didn't really have like music on or like the radio on or anything. Like I wasn't allowed to watch TV or anything like that. So the only way I could listen to music is from my neighbors. And I just remember like always hearing the radio on. And they're so far, but I could still hear it because they have like this big speakers. Nice. I went to their house once to do karaoke, but yeah, no, they were the sweetest. They were kind of far, but I always hear. From that time, I was hearing Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, and I was just like, wow, those songs are amazing. And so when I go to school, I would ask my friends to be like, oh, like I heard this song from like Taylor Swift, can I listen? Because
that was your escape valve, basically.
Yeah, but I feel like Lady Gaga for sure inspired me a lot. With my music, especially the worlds that she builds in her music. I'm like, I wanna build a world, in my album, just like how Bjork does it too, and
absolutely.
Melanie Martinez, and I look up to them so much, and yeah.
How did you How did you get into those artists? Like, given, you first of all, you had to like break out of your family. You had to like bust out in there. What were some of like the things that you got into that were like, that kind of like liberated you in like a creative way?
So I left home to join the military at 17. And I just remember I was in San Antonio, Texas, and I was so excited to go to boot camp and just leave everything behind. But I basically had to tell my parents to sign the waiver for me because I was 17. So I was just so happy that they were letting me go. And I just remember it was 7 a.m. and my dad walked me to the door, and I was saying my goodbyes, and he was like, "This is no longer your home. This is not your return address. When you go to boot camp, this is, just forget about everything. This is not your home. You can't come back. You're going to be homeless if you fail boot camp." And then I was like, okay. Yeah, and I turned around, and it was the happiest day of my life. From that moment, I just realized, like, wow, I'm free now. I can listen to whatever music I want. I can pursue my dream of just being free, I guess.
You had to start from square one, which was just getting out of there.
Yeah. And so boot camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just remember waiting in a line, and one of the guys someone said, I don't remember who. Someone asked, "Who's a soprano?" And I was like, "Me." and the people next to me were like, "What? What's a soprano?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like a choir thing." Mm-hmm. And so the guy who was picking people was like, "Okay, you can come with me." And so I went with them, and then I realized that they were picking people for a musical division, mm-hmm. which is like a 900 division or like triple threat, whatever. They
perform at like the White House or whenever there's a
so
4th of July.
I got to perform during graduation ceremonies after, like, for boot camp.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, whoa, you're telling me I get to sing now? Like, what? That's crazy. And so while everybody was kind of sad in boot camp because they're far away from home, mm-hmm. I was like, what? This is my first sleepover. Like, this is crazy.
Slumber party at the boot camp.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, "You're weird. Why are you so happy?"
Boot camp, the musical.
Yeah. So, like, every Sunday, that's all we would do is, like, practice for graduation ceremony. So I just sang, and I was just, like, so happy, even though the training was kind of rough, but it was really, really happy. Like, I was happy. It's like a happy moment for me.
Yeah, you still had your musical outlet, and you were able to nourish that side of yourself, even if you were getting, like, beaten down in other ways. Like, how do you think your stint in the military, like, helped you in your pop career? Like, in terms of, the discipline that is required to, like, do this as a living.
Believe it or not, I feel like the military taught me social skills, even though it doesn't really look like it right now.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, actually, if you met me when I was 17. I did not talk at all. But yeah, the military taught me a lot of things that are very helpful now in my music career, like patience. I can stand in line for hours.
That's a lot of, I've heard that, though, from soldiers. It's a lot of waiting around.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's the biggest thing. Patience and attention to detail. Because I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my songs, especially with my vocals. Yeah.
And then I wanted to talk about the period of growth, because you started gaining an audience on TikTok, and you were doing, you were making videos for funsies at first, but, like, when did it start to feel like a serious career path for you, like just performing in general?
Yeah, when I uploaded the M to the B video. You guys know that video? Oh my god.
They sure do.
Yeah, when I uploaded that, I was just in my silly little room. And I remember I was in Hawaii because I had just left the military. My 4-year contract ended, and I was stationed in Pearl Harbor. So I was like, you know what? I'm here, so I'm just going to stay here. And this was a month after I got out of the military. I decided to download TikTok. And I just remember it was during COVID, and everyone was locked indoors and quarantine, you know. And I was really bored. And so I uploaded my very first video, and it was me singing Raindrops by Ariana Grande from the Sweetener album. And it flopped. It was I covered the song. I think I did okay, and that's probably why it flopped. It got 100 views, and then I took it down. I was like, but I really wanted to go viral from a singing video. And I was like, damn, now what do I do now? And I was just like scrolling on TikTok, and I saw how much people were just having fun. And so, okay, I'll do that. I'll have fun. And I started doing lip syncing videos, and then the M to the B video happened. And that blew up, and it was so scary. Like waking up to like 1 million likes.
You feel like you're surrounded.
I was really anxious because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what? Am I famous now? Like, what? Like, no, I was really surprised. And I was telling all my friends, and they're like, yeah, what are you gonna do now? And I'm like, I wanna be an artist, and I should pursue that. And they're like, no one's really done that from TikTok. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, like, should I do it? And everyone's like, it's like 50-50. But my brother told me to do it. You know, he was like, you should do it. You should go to LA and talk to, people. And
use those social skills.
Yeah. I actually did not even speak before Build a Bitch came out. I never spoke in anything like on TikTok. It was all just lip syncing because, like I said, I had really like zero social skills. But yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Can we get a round of applause? I just want to like marvel at the tenacity that this requires. You know, when you grow up in an environment where you're not being watered, you're like in the dirt and you're like trying to grow and no one's watering you, but you went out there and, you watered your own soul with your music. And it's incredible what you've been able to accomplish.
Wait, that's such a beautiful thing you just said. Wait, I love that. That actually I'm like tearing up right now because I have a song called Garden, and I'm actually performing it tonight, and it's basically about that.
I'm just being a corny ass writer. But I, in thinking of the direction of that, like thematically, especially I'm thinking with all this garden imagery here, and like you were talking earlier about going to the cemetery to be at peace, but also specifically on Day of the Dead. What is like your spiritual practice like? Because I kind of hear it in your music. There's I don't know, there's something very ethereal about it. How did you feel inspired to write about that?
I don't know. I feel like I find comfort at the cemetery because, like, I don't know, something about being there. It's just so peaceful, and I believe in ghosts. I don't know if you guys do. And
I do.
Sometimes my cat, Doo-Doo, yes, his name is Doo-Doo, he would stare at a wall, literally in the corner of a room. And I feel like that gives me comfort, knowing that someone is in that corner and I'm not alone. And I feel like for most people, they would be like, oh my God, what is my cat looking at, Yeah. But I don't know. Ghosts are welcome in my place. It makes me feel less alone. And I don't know, I've never really dove into that world.
But you've made peace with it in a way where you're like, okay, there's another side that I can't see. I know it's there, but I'll let it do its thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Also kind of scared to explore, but
once you open that door, it's really hard to close it from what I hear. and then you're like, put that thing back where it came from. I don't want it. No, you cannot come in. Don't ask me how I know. Maybe a Ouija board incident.
What?
Have you ever tried to use a Ouija board before?
I think yes. But it was like a fake Ouija. Like it was we wrote it in the paper. And this was like when I was in high school. I just remember doing that for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's I think your relationship to darkness and your refusal to be afraid of that stuff, I think speaks to a lot of your fans as well. And in thinking about your presence on like the Wednesday soundtrack, and also your work in the movie Tron Ares.
Yeah,
you made a cameo.
I was in Tron for like 5 seconds. yeah, it was
but
a
you were
cute
there.
Little cameo, but it was really, really fun. I love playing a character in movies. And yeah, I feel like it's so different from music now. In this album, I am not playing a character and I'm just being fully myself. And I feel like in the past, like my Dolls EP, I was wanting to portray a character that I wished I was, which was a very confident woman and someone who was like just fearless. And honestly, the Dolls EP made me feel confident. And I hope that also made people feel confident, just like me. And with this album, I just want to just be myself. And yeah,
you started from putting on, I guess, the character you wanted to embody, and then soon you figured out, oh wait, I am that bitch.
Yeah,
that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Do you think you would pursue like acting or filmmaking at some point? Just thinking about how important videos are for your work as an artist.
Yeah, I love horror movies or thrillers. Ooh. And so that would be a dream to just like be the first victim to like die in like a very dramatic way. Yeah. I want it to be like gory, like crazy. Like I want blood, like
everywhere.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite like films?
I think my favorite of all time would be Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, that's so cute.
Every single time I watch it, I just learn new things. And yeah, I love recommending it to people that's never heard it before. I just get so excited because then I get to watch it with them for the first time again, Yeah, and yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah.
It's so whimsical, but also the details in the animations are just like so riveting. And I know what you mean. Every time I see a Miyazaki movie, I'm like, I always notice a new detail.
Yeah. They're Spirited Away too.
Spirited Away.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I've seen the movie so many times. I think my favorite is Kiki's Delivery Service.
I actually have not seen that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's about a teen witch. I feel like you'd like it.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it tonight. And I know people tell me to watch it all the time, but I want to watch it with people, Yeah.
You should. It's a very heartwarming movie about a young girl who goes off on her own. Mm-hmm. And she does a boot camp of her own, but I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Maybe we can watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, after
the festivities. And they are coming up. Let's see. My last question for you before we get on to the audience questions, because there are a few. My last question for you is, what affirms you the most in life? Like, what keeps you moving forward every day?
If I'm being honest, I think it's the big heads, my fans, my supporters.
Shout out to the big heads out there. I know you're out there.
And I just feel so grateful that, that that you've been so supportive. I can't really see your faces in this bright light, but
They're bright.
I just want to say it makes me so emotional.
I think they...
Yeah, I'm just like so grateful because yeah, I know I talk to you guys on like my Finsta. That's where I share like, my thoughts and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I can just truly be myself with you guys, and yeah.
This is you being yourself.
Yeah, so they're really the ones that,
They
they're the
carry
reason
you.
why I make music, if I'm being honest. And
One day, I am positive you'll start hearing about young pop artists who will be like, that Bella Poarch record, that was my entryway. The way Lady Gaga was for you.
my God. That
You
would
know.
be crazy. But yeah, I'm just so excited for the album to come out. We didn't really talk about the characters, but
We could talk about the characters.
so yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but every song in the album has a character for it, and I created them, and it's really all just rooted from trauma, but it's because I did a lot of maladaptive daydreaming when I was a kid, and yeah, every single time I was in a chaotic situation or just in trouble, I would just put my mind somewhere else. And yeah, it made me feel so safe, and I had so many imaginary friends, and I just thought it would be so special to create characters for each song to, represent, just have characters represent the song, because some of the stories are kind of hard for me to talk about, but with the characters, it makes it kind of easier for me to share the stories.
Yeah. They kept you company during the hardest moments of your life.
Yeah.
They don't have to be people to matter. And if anything, it makes you a really good friend to them, the way that they were there for you. And now they're immortalized in your work.
Yeah. Like, this is Tooth. He's for the song Ribcage, and he is a tooth. And he's basically a tooth. Because when I was a kid, my brother told me that if I put my fallen teeth under my pillow, the tooth fairy would come and they would leave a gift behind. But the tooth fairy never really came. They never came by, and so I just kept piling teeth under my pillow. I know it sounds disgusting, but
it's really goth. I don't know. I'm into it.
So yeah, I just had a bunch of baby teeth under my pillow up until I was like a teenager, like 13.
They had to go somewhere.
And I wish I would have kept them before I moved to the US at 14. But anyways, I wasn't really in a safe home, but whenever I slept at night, my teeth just, all my teeth under my pillow just made me feel safe. And I felt less alone. And I felt like they also protected my dreams from, yeah.
the outside influences,
Yeah.
and you turn them into this
And now I have
adorable character.
Yeah, and the reason why he's, for Ribcage is because with sorry, I'm just like sniffling. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ribcage is just about being stuck in a place where you're just like you're trying your best and you can't crawl out of it. And most days that would be in my bed, and I don't feel that way lately. I think because I've just been putting out more music, and I've been just pursuing my dream to put out my album finally. I feel like I've been talking about this album for 4 years, and I've been so inspired. And what was I saying?
You're graduating.
Yeah, and so being stuck in my bed in the past hasn't happened recently, which is nice. And I just kind of, the song reminded me of all the teeth that was underneath my pillow. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna do for this ribcage, like the Ribcage song. I'm gonna create tooth, which
And so is this so does he have his own music video? Is he gonna be
He's actually in the Ribcage music video, but
Excellent.
I need to learn how to do animated stuff so I can kind of, create my own little story and world and upload it on YouTube or something. But yeah. But he basically delivers flowers to the graveyard, and that's why he has the little bouquet latch or whatever.
Yeah, I love that.
And he rides a bike.
He has to get around the cemetery somehow. They can be very big.
Yeah. Did you guys know that drawing a bike is so hard?
It's really hard.
Because I'm like, I want to write a storybook with all of, the characters and stuff, and Picnic at the Cemetery storybook. And I was drawing Tooth on a bike, and I didn't realize how difficult it was. It took me 3 days. It was.
I went to art school. I still don't know how to draw a bike.
I also don't know how to ride a bike, so that's probably why.
Well, I want to dig into some of these audience questions. I'm going to pull them out of my leather bag. All right. Inquiring minds in the audience would like to know. The first question is, what is your inspiration when it comes to writing music?
It's usually how I feel at that moment. Some days I have an idea, like a past experience that happened that I want to write about, but some days it's really just how I feel. Like with Ribcage, I was really down that day, and so I want to write about my struggle with depression and just, And with My Boy, I had 4 shots of caffeine, and so it was really hyper, But most of the songs in the album is actually like from my past experiences, and I feel like My Boy is really the only one that doesn't have like a fun story or dark story like attached to it. And that's because I wanted to write My Boy as just a fun song, Not the like.
It started with a feeling.
Yeah. And
The next question. Hey, I am so excited for your new album. Since it's called Picnic in the Cemetery, what is your go-to meal or snack at the picnic? Love you, Jericho.
That's a really good question, Jericho. I am Filipino, so I have to say lumpia.
Yes.
And
I love lumpia.
Honestly,
it's portable, it's snackable.
It's so easy. You just grab
and
dip,
go.
Eat. Also I love anything ube. So ube cake. Yeah. Jollibee too, I love.
Jollibee.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jollibee.
Easy, yeah.
Filipino excellence.
Yeah.
The next question is, which song was your favorite to make? By Ian. That's who wrote the question.
My next single, actually. It's not out yet, but that's why it's my next single. It's called Stay Gone. And I think I had the most fun writing that song because I wrote it during New Year's Eve, this recent New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's that fresh.
It's very fresh. And everyone was out partying, and I'm like, I want to write a song. I'm very inspired right now, and I just want to write a song about getting away from chaos. Yeah, and finding myself again. And that's what Stay Gone is about.
Creating your own oasis.
Yeah.
You heard it first. All right, the next question is, which artist would you like to collaborate with?
Mitski.
Mitski! Oh
yeah.
My God. That would blow my mind.
Dream. Honestly, even if she knew that I existed, that would be crazy.
She might. Yeah.
Yeah. But I love her music, and I tell people this a lot. I tell them that I love her music because all of her songs just sound like a hug from a mother. I don't know how that feels like, but that's what it feels like to me when I listen to her music. Yeah, because I don't know. I never really had a mom growing up, and so her music gives me that comfort.
That's beautiful. We have to find her tonight. The next question is, what were some of your musical influences for this project? Love, Ray, LOL.
Musical influences. I think, well, the album is kind of diverse. It's every song is different. I'd say musical influences. Lady Gaga. I feel like I said this already earlier.
Yeah.
But she really is someone that I look up to so much. And just even her growth and the style in her music just like changing and evolving. And yeah, I think she's what really inspired me a lot. And there's
she has like all these eclectic influences.
And I also love indie music, and I look up to so many artists. Like, I love TV Girl, and
Yes.
like I said, I love Mitski. So many I'm like forgetting right now, but yeah.
That's on taste. I love it. Okay, so we got to wrap things up and get the show on the road. But first of all, I wanted to show this really sweet drawing from one of your fans, Sergio, who drew Tooth, our friend Tooth here. Hi, you drew this? This is so beautiful.
Wait, Sergio,
Take
this
that.
is so cute.
Yeah, that's for you.
He looks exactly
Spitting image.
like you're drawing.
Yeah.
This is
the
amazing.
realism.
Did you just draw this today? Wait, Sergio, I know you. I've seen your comments a lot. I love you.
Sergio's dedicated.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm going to keep this forever and put it in my journal.
That is That's wonderful. Just, I don't know, I'm really feeling the art in this room right now. Bella, thank you so much for sharing your time with everyone here and for being a lovely interview subject.
Oh, thank you for interviewing me, and you're so calm and you're so sweet, and
Thank you.
thank you to everyone for being so patient with me. Yeah, thank you guys for being here.
And congratulations.
Thank you.